Hello, garden lovers. Welcome back to Yuna Garden. If you're dreaming of turning your outdoor space into a serene spring haven, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into timeless spring garden and patio ideas that blend refined farmhouse charm with natural beauty. From rustic pergolas and antique garden accents to cozy patio corners and blooming walkways, you'll discover stunning design inspiration to bring warmth and style to your garden this season. Whether you're working with a big backyard or a small porch, there's something here to spark your creativity, so stick around. As we begin our journey through the spring garden, our first stop is a charming blooming pathway, lined with vibrant tulips, daffodils, and wild daisies. The path gently winds beneath aged wooden arches wrapped in climbing ivy and delicate wisteria. The natural stone beneath your feet and the subtle scent of fresh blooms evoke a sense of nostalgia and calm. This is where classic garden design meets timeless country elegance, inviting you to take a slow stroll and soak in the beauty of spring. The arches create a sense of rhythm and structure, guiding the eye and encouraging exploration. As the sun filters through the floral canopy, light dances across the mossy stones and lush borders, making the simple pathway feel magical. It's a perfect example of how a thoughtfully designed walkway can add depth and serenity to your outdoor space, blending utility with natural beauty. Just ahead, a whitewashed wooden pergola becomes the centerpiece of a garden seating area. Covered in trailing roses and pastel-hued clematis, it offers both shade and charm. This structure is not just a focal point, it also serves as a serene escape where you can unwind with a cup of tea or a book. Surrounded by fresh spring growth, the pergola gives off a rustic farmhouse feel, enhanced by weathered lanterns that sway gently in the breeze. The pergola's pale tones contrast beautifully with the vivid greens and colorful blooms, creating a soft and inviting atmosphere. Beneath it, Wooden furniture with faded cushions and vintage tableware adds layers of comfort and character. It's an inspiring example of how vertical elements and floral textures can transform even a small space into a romantic garden retreat. Moving into a more decorative corner of the garden, you'll find a curated display of antique pots and containers, each brimming with fresh spring flowers. Mismatched clay and weathered metal pots, aged with patina, stand proudly on old crates and wooden risers. They hold everything from delicate hyacinths to cheerful pansies, showcasing how even simple vessels can become statement pieces when thoughtfully arranged. This display adds a personal, handcrafted touch to the garden, marrying rustic charm with bursts of seasonal color. It's a clever way to introduce vertical interest and texture into flat areas of the yard. The contrast of rough surfaces with soft petals creates a visual balance that feels both organic and artistic, making this an ideal spot for inspiration or a quiet moment of appreciation. Tucked under a graceful flowering cherry tree sits a classic farmhouse-style wooden bench. With its peeling paint and sturdy frame, it offers a welcoming place to pause and reflect. Petals drift down like soft confetti as spring breezes stir the branches overhead. This peaceful corner feels almost hidden, like a secret waiting to be discovered in your own backyard. The bench, aged by the seasons, blends effortlessly with the surrounding greenery and fallen petals. Placing seating like this beneath a blossoming tree creates a serene microenvironment, cooler, quieter, and perfect for daydreaming. It's a reminder that the simplest additions, when placed with intention, can become the most treasured features of your garden. As you enter the patio area, a rustic wooden table set for brunch catches your eye. Styled with vintage dishes, linen napkins, and a wildflower centerpiece, it's a scene straight out of a farmhouse magazine. Surrounded by potted herbs and blooming borders, the table invites guests to linger over fresh fruit, pastries, and conversation in the spring sunshine. This garden dining setup isn't just about functionality, it's about creating moments. The natural wood tones, worn with age, harmonize with the plants and provide a textured base for seasonal decor. Designing a space like this encourages outdoor living, making it easy to celebrate the everyday pleasures of springtime with style and simplicity. Around the bend, a quiet patio corner glows gently under the light of vintage lanterns. Nestled against a weathered trellis covered in ivy, this nook is dressed in soft cushions, textured throws, and rustic planters. It's a space that feels lived in and loved, ideal for evening chats or early morning reflections, surrounded by garden beauty. The soft, golden lighting creates an intimate ambience, drawing you in even as the sun sets. Carefully chosen details like climbing plants, woven baskets, and stone pots give the area a layered look that feels effortlessly curated. This is where design meets emotion, a space that welcomes you not just visually, but emotionally, connecting you to the natural world and comfort. Scattered between the flower beds are a collection of classic metal watering cans, now repurposed as part of the garden design. Their silvery surfaces catch the light while spring blooms spill from their openings, lavender, snapdragons, and daisies creating a cascade of color. Each can tell a story of seasons past, now given new life as rustic garden art. This charming setup brings a sense of whimsy and history to the landscape. Incorporating old tools as decorative elements celebrates both form and function and gives the garden a lived-in, authentic feel. It's proof that you don't need brand new decor to make a visual impact, just a bit of creativity and an eye for beauty in everyday objects. Next, a clever vertical display transforms an ordinary fence into an outdoor gallery. Vintage garden tools, spades, trowels, and hand rakes hang neatly against a rustic wooden backdrop. Each one is positioned with care, creating a balanced composition that doubles as both wall art and a tribute to the garden's working history. Beneath the display, small planters and potted herbs complete the scene, connecting the tools with their purpose. This fusion of practicality and design enriches the garden space, giving it a unique personality. It's an ideal solution for small gardens or patios, adding style and story without taking up precious ground space. As we approach the farmhouse-style porch, vibrant hanging baskets greet us with a cascade of spring flowers. Petunias, begonias, and trailing lobelia overflow from woven containers, creating vertical gardens that breathe life into the entryway. The white wood of the porch contrasts beautifully with the bright colors and rich greenery, enhancing the welcoming charm. These baskets are more than just decor. They frame the space and connect the architecture to the natural surroundings. Hanging them at different heights adds movement and dimension, making even a small porch feel lush and layered. It's a simple yet powerful way to blur the lines between home and garden. Finally, in the heart of the garden, a moss-covered stone birdbath rests among a sea of tulips. The mix of soft pastels and bold hues dances around its base, while droplets glisten along the bowl's rim from an earlier spring rain. Though still and quiet, this space feels alive, full of color, texture, and timeless elegance. The birdbath serves as a gentle focal point, drawing the eye and offering a sense of pause. Whether filled with water or standing dry, it acts as a sculptural anchor within the flower bed. Adding such a piece helps ground the design, offering a serene destination within your outdoor space and tying together the surrounding blooms in a harmonious frame. And that wraps up our journey through classic spring garden and patio ideas featuring that cozy, refined farmhouse touch. We've explored everything from charming garden paths and vintage flower displays to rustic outdoor dining spaces and decorative garden elements that bring character and heart to your space. I hope this video gave you plenty of ideas to refresh your garden this season. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which idea you're planning to try in your own garden. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.